Senate Bill number 2451 on third reading is now in order. Senate Secretary is directed to read the title only of the bill and to proceed. Roll call vote.
An act establishing evacuation centers for every city and municipality and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call vote. The Honorable Senator Binay, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Ontiveros, Senator Lapid, Senator Legarda, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pimentel, Senator Poe, Senator Revilla, Senator Tolentino,
Yes.
Senator Tulfo, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Cynthia, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Zubiri, the Senate President.
With 22 affirmative votes, 0 negatives, 0 abstentions, Senate Bill number 2451 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, the Senate President Pro Tem is seeking the floor.
Senate President Pro Tem Jingo Estrada is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the Philippines for the third straight year topped the list of almost 200 countries in the world for being the most at-risk nation to extreme natural events and adverse effects of climate change based on the 2024 World Risk Report released a few days ago. Ang pagiging first honor natin sa listang ito ay dapat magtulak sa atin na bumuo at pagtibayan ng mga batas upang makaagapay ang ating mga kababayan sa pagdaan ng mga kalamidad at lubos na mapababa kung hindi man ganap na maiwasan ang pinsalang dala nito sa atin. I thank my dear colleagues for supporting and approving the priority measure identified in the latest Philippine Development Plan, which shall establish permanent and disaster-resilient evacuation centers for every city and municipality. These Ligtas Pinoy Centers will be the safe refuge and decent shelters of displaced families during natural calamities and other emergencies, and will be specially designed to cater to the specific needs of the elderly, persons with disabilities, and the children. We hope to address the perennial learning disruption of our students, as classrooms have always been the go-to temporary accommodation during typhoons, floods, and earthquakes. As your chairperson of the Committee on National Defense, I thank our fellow authors who pushed for the passage of this timely measure, namely Senators Bongo, Win Gatchalian, Lito Lapid, Rafi Tulfo, Mark Villar, Bong Revilla, Joel Villanueva, Cynthia Villar, Lauren Legarda, and our Majority Floor Leader, Francis Tolentino. Special thanks also to our tireless Minority Floor Leader, Senator Coco Pimentel, for his valuable inputs during the period of interpellation, and to our hardworking Majority Leader, Senator Francis Tolentino, and Senators Go and Villanueva for their amendments. Mr. President, we aim to institutionalize and speed up the implementation of the existing program of the DPWH that is constructing evacuation centers all over the country, giving priority to low-income local government units and those which are most exposed and susceptible to hazards. Thank you, Mr. President. Ito
Go.
Short manifestation lang po.
The gentleman may proceed. You are recognized, sir.
Principal author of this measure, I just want to commend our colleagues and congratulate the sponsor of this bill, Senate President Pro Tempore Jingo Estrada, for prioritizing this measure. Mr. President, our country is highly vulnerable to natural hazards attributed primarily to our country's location. We cannot deny the plight of the Filipino people who live along coastal communities and many others who are prone to such dangers. It is incumbent upon us that we realize and sympathize with their plan and grief when their homes and livelihood get destroyed in the middle of an earthquake, or when they are withered by the crashing winds of a typhoon, or when flames engulf their household, turning their hopes and dreams into ashes. When these disasters strike, the Filipinos, especially the underprivileged, suffered the most. Sa kakaikot ko po sa buong bansa, nakita ko po tuwing may bagyo, baha, lindol, putok ng bulkan, nagagamit po ang mga eskwelahan, mga covered court, mga gym, at naantala po ang pag-aaral ng mga estudyante at wala pong komportable at maayos na evacuation center. Ang iba ay nagkakasakit at yung iba po ay naulanan pa habang dyan yung bagyo. Panahon na po na meron tayong maayos, malinis, komportable at maayos na sanitation at may mga gamot na mga evacuation center. With this bill, Mr. President, we will now have evacuation centers in all cities and municipalities which will cater to the basic needs of the victims of these disasters and provide them temporary shelters that will guarantee their safety and guard their welfare while they recover and rebuild their homes and their lives. Tsakin po natin ang kaligtasan at seguridad ng ating mga evacuees. Iangat natin ang dignidad ng mga kababayan natin na nasa krisis po. Mahirap pong maging mahirap at walang komportableng pagpapahingahan habang hindi pa sila nakakabalik sa kanilang mga pamamahay. Again, Mr. President, I thank of all of our colleagues for supporting this measure. Matagal na po ito, long overdue na po itong bill na ito. Salamat po, Mr. President.
Congratulations, Senator Go, as well as to Senate Pro Tem.
Just to express my support and explain my vote that I'm voting yes, and may I just be allowed to just insert into the records my explanation of vote, and we thank the good sponsor, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Thank you, Mr. President.
Duly noted and entered into the records with our due thanks.